Good morning everyone. Today, I want to take you on a short journey, not too far away, not to Everest or Mustang, but right here around our beautiful valley, specifically in Patan. Often known for its rich culture, temples, and art, Patan also holds hidden gems of nature waiting to be explored through trekking. Nature trekking isn't just about walking through forests or climbing hills, it's about reconnecting with the earth, refreshing our minds, and appreciating the beauty that lies around us. And the best part, you don't need to travel far or spend a lot of money to do it. In Patan itself, especially around the southern and eastern outskirts, there are several peaceful trails that can give you the full joy of trekking. Let me tell you why trekking in Patan is so special. First of all, the scenery. As you move away from the crowded streets of Lagengkel or Jawalakal, you'll start to see wide green fields, terraced farms, peaceful villages, and forested paths. Places like Lakuri Banjiang, Bishangkunarayan, and Chapagan Hills offer peaceful walking trails that are both easy and scenic. From the top of Lakuri, on a clear day, you can see the whole Kathmandu Valley, and even the Himalayan range in the north. It's breathtaking. Secondly, the silence and peace. When we live in a busy city, surrounded by vehicles, noise, and crowds, we often forget how healing silence can be. During a trek, the only sounds you hear are birds chirping, leaves rustling, and maybe your own footsteps on the trail. This silence is powerful. It helps reduce stress, clear your mind, and give you a fresh perspective on life. Third, the connection with local life. As you walk through small villages in Patan's outskirts, you get to meet local people, farmers, elderly folks sitting outside their houses, kids playing near fields. You get to see how they live in harmony with nature. It's a chance to learn from them, appreciate their simple lifestyle, and realize how important it is to protect our environment for future generations. But trekking is not just good for the soul, it's good for the body too. Walking up and down hills improves our physical fitness. It strengthens our legs, boosts heart health, and improves stamina. Plus, it's fun and healthy at the same time. Now, you might be wondering, do we really have to go far to experience this? The answer is no. Right here in Patan, we can organize short nature walks and treks. For example, a morning hike to Bishangkunarayan temple through the forested path. An afternoon walk up to Lakuri Banjiang, with a packed lunch and friends. Or a weekend trek from Getaways to Phalchauki, which is slightly more challenging but offers incredible biodiversity. These activities don't require expensive gear or advanced training. Just a good pair of shoes, a water bottle, and a love for nature. Besides all this, trekking in Patan is also important for raising awareness about the environment. When we walk through nature, we see things with our own eyes: plastic pollution in rivers, deforestation on hills, or loss of animal habitats. These experiences remind us why we must act now to protect our natural surroundings. It encourages young people like us to join cleanup campaigns, plant trees, and promote eco-friendly living. So, in conclusion, nature trekking in Patan is more than just a fun activity, it's a spiritual, physical, and environmental experience. It reminds us of our roots, teaches us to live simply, and gives us the strength to face our daily lives with more energy and clarity. Let's take some time away from our screens, step out into nature, and rediscover the green side of Patan. Whether alone or with friends, on a short walk or a long trek, let's make it a habit to connect with the natural world around us. Because in the end, nature doesn't just surround us, it's a part of who we are. Patan offers more than just ancient temples and busy city streets. It hides trails, forests, and hilltops that few people truly explore. Nature trekking in Patan is a way to break free from concrete roads and step into green spaces that refresh both body and mind. When you leave the city behind and start walking towards places like Getaways, Lakuri Banjiang, or Phalchauki, the transformation is instant. The air changes, it becomes cooler, cleaner. The only sounds are rustling leaves, flowing streams, and distant birds calling. Within minutes, the noise of daily life fades into the background. One of the best trails in the region is the hike from Getaways to Phalchauki. This route takes you through dense forests filled with rhododendrons, wild orchids, and if you're lucky, colorful birds like the Himalayan monal or even barking deer. It's not just exercise, it's a discovery. Every turn brings something new: a view of the valley below, a patch of wildflowers, or a hidden spring. Another beautiful area is Lakuri Banjiang. Though not far from the city, the hills here give you a wide view of Kathmandu Valley and, on clear days, snow-capped peaks in the north. It's ideal for both beginners and experienced trekkers. You don't need fancy gear or expensive equipment. just a comfortable pair of shoes, water, and the willingness to explore. Trekking in Patan isn't only about nature, it's about the people you meet along the way. Small villages like Chapagan, Bungamati, and Lamatar are scattered around the trails. These communities live in harmony with nature, growing their own food, preserving traditions, and respecting the land. Interacting with locals reminds us how deeply culture and nature are connected in Nepal. Along these trails, you'll often come across ancient shrines, stone water taps, and old trees with prayer flags fluttering. These aren't just decorations, they carry meaning. They show us how spirituality and environment go hand in hand. Nature isn't just something to look at, it's something to feel and protect. Physically, trekking strengthens your body. It builds stamina, improves heart health, and boosts immunity. But beyond the physical benefits, trekking improves mental health. Walking in nature has been shown to reduce anxiety, improve mood, and increase focus. If you're feeling stressed from school, work, or family pressure, spending a few hours walking through the hills can work better than any medicine. There's also a sense of freedom and self-reliance that comes with trekking. You learn to carry what you need, move at your own pace, and appreciate small things: a shaded tree, a breeze at the top of a hill, a packed lunch with a view. It's a reminder that happiness doesn't need to be complicated. However, trekking also comes with responsibility. The natural beauty of Patan is being threatened by pollution, deforestation, and careless tourism. Sometimes, plastic waste is left on trails. Trees are cut down without planning. As trekkers, we must become protectors, carrying our trash, respecting wildlife, and encouraging others to do the same. If each of us takes just a little time each month to explore a local trail, we're not only improving ourselves but also supporting the preservation of these areas. Schools can organize eco-treks. Communities can arrange cleanup hikes. Youth clubs can mark safe trails and plant trees. These small steps add up to big impact. Trekking in Patan also helps us rediscover our roots. Many of our ancestors lived in nature, understood the seasons, and knew the plants and animals around them. By walking through these hills, we reconnect with that lost knowledge. It teaches patience, awareness, and gratitude, things that are often missing in our digital world. To truly experience Patan is to walk through its forests, breathe in its hilltop air, and listen to the wind moving through pine trees. It's about finding peace not by escaping to faraway places, but by seeing the hidden beauty in our own backyard. Whether you go alone for quiet reflection, or with friends for laughter and adventure, trekking in Patan offers something for everyone. You don't need to be an athlete or a professional, just curious and respectful. In the end, trekking isn't just about reaching the top. It's about the journey, the rhythm of your steps, the stories along the way, and the connection you build with the earth beneath your feet. Let's lace up our shoes, take a deep breath, and step into the green heart of Patan. Not just to see nature, but to become part of it. Nature trekking in Patan is one of those underrated experiences that reveals how close natural beauty is to our daily lives. People often think you have to travel far, like to Pokhara or Solukhumbu, to enjoy nature, but right here in our own district, within walking or short bus distance, we have trails that can clear your mind, strengthen your body, and reconnect you with the land. Walking from Bungamati to Champi, or climbing up to Lakuri Banjiang, you'll see the change happen in real time. The roads narrow, the houses get fewer, and suddenly, you're surrounded by green hills, wide skies, and a peaceful silence broken only by the sound of nature. The air feels cleaner, the sunlight filters gently through trees. You begin to feel part of the earth again. The beauty of Patan's natural trails is not just in the views, but in the journey itself. Trekking here takes you past small villages like Sundarihul, Tikabairab, and Lamatar, where life moves at a slower pace. Women carry grass in doko, children play near the fields, and the sound of Dungedhara traditional stone taps still fills the morning air. These trails are full of quiet stories. Along the way, you'll pass centuries-old peepal trees, simple shrines covered with red tika and rice, and stone steps carved long ago. Some paths are lined with prayer flags fluttering in the wind, others with rows of millet or cauliflower stretching down the hillside. You begin to see how Nepali culture and nature are not separate, they are tightly woven together. One of the most peaceful routes is the trail from Godavari to Phulchauki, Nepal's highest hill near the valley. The path moves through thick forest, where sunlight barely touches the ground. Birds call from deep in the branches, and sometimes you hear monkeys rustling above. You don't feel like you're near a city at all, it's like entering a different world. But even simpler walks, like from Bishangkunarayan to Lamatar, offer deep peace. These are short hikes, doable in a few hours, but filled with charm. Small tea stalls, fog over the fields in winter, farmers greeting you with a namaste, and the earthy smell of pine trees. It's a powerful reminder that beauty doesn't need to be far or expensive. Trekking in Nepal, especially in places like Patan, gives more than physical exercise. It creates space for your thoughts. The repetitive rhythm of walking, the steady breath, the slow heartbeat, all these calm the mind. In our daily life, we're surrounded by phones, traffic, noise, and screens. But on the trail, none of that matters. You just walk, and the further you go, the more you feel alive, light, and peaceful. Nature teaches us without speaking. When you walk through forest trails and rice terraces, you learn patience. You learn observation. You notice how plants grow, how trails change with seasons, how villagers live with the land, not against it. These are lessons no classroom or app can give. But trekking also teaches responsibility. Sadly, some trails have started to show signs of carelessness: plastic wrappers, broken bottles, noise pollution. If we want to keep our natural areas beautiful, we must treat them with respect. Carry your waste, avoid loud music, and walk with mindfulness. Nature gives so much: clean air, clear water, peace of mind. The least we can do is protect it. In the past, our ancestors didn't call it trekking. They simply walked over hills to go to school, to temples, or to relatives' homes. The trails we now use for hiking were once everyday roads. Today, those same trails are our way of reconnecting with the wisdom and simplicity of that life. More than anything, trekking in Patan reminds us who we are as Nepalis. We are people of hills and rivers, of forests and stone paths, of balance between the old and the new. While modern life pulls us into concrete blocks and busy schedules, these natural trails pull us back, to roots, to silence, and to clarity. Trekking doesn't need to be a major event. You don't need fancy shoes or branded gear. Start small. Take a Sunday walk up to a nearby temple hill. Carry water, maybe some roti, and go with friends or even alone. Watch the sunrise from a village rooftop. Sit under a tree and just breathe. This is Nepal. This is your place. Let's not forget how lucky we are. People from around the world travel thousands of kilometers to see what we have outside our doors. The hills of Patan, the forests near Godavari, the wide trails above Lamatar, they are not just locations on a map. They are living, breathing gifts. So walk them, respect them, protect them, and most importantly, enjoy them, not as a tourist, but as a local who understands the deep connection between nature and identity.